Welcome to Culture Club. What we say, what we mean. Bold and blunt in the room, you know what it is. Lights on, cameras up. Everybody got a view. We don't fake for the likes. We just speak what's true. Pull up, take your seat. It might get real tonight. If you brought your
What's going on, world? Thank you guys for tuning in to ACTVPLUS here on YouTube, the one place in the World Wide Web where we adopt similar connections despite our differences. And welcome to Culture Club, where we spell club with two B's because we like to be bold and blunt. Like always, we're going to reintroduce ourselves, say your name, and name the one castmate you would sleep with tonight. Starting with the back, and then starting with you, and then coming all the way around. Sir, go first for me.
Oh wow, okay.
Can we plead the
Start off with mess.
My name is King. And the castmate that I will sleep with tonight, preferably tonight. Can you turn? Let me see.
Can you turn around? Let me see. Not an addition.
I will sleep with. I don't know. I guess Mega.
All right.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Mega Body, and I ain't gonna choose. There's a couple of them.
Aren't you bold and blunt?
I am.
Give it to us.
Well, the way I like sex might not be the way you like sex, so I might want 3 or 4 at one time.
Oh.
So we're gonna do it my way.
Perfect
And I can't
answer.
choose one.
I like that. This is your boy Kellington, and the castmate that I would want to sleep with tonight is myself.
That's a good answer.
What's going on, world? I am Wes. And the castmate that I would like to sleep with tonight from the cast currently is Corday.
Ooh.
Oh.
Out.
Next.
What's up, everybody? It's Jim Shoes, Tyrese. I'm gonna have to twin with Kellington and go with myself. I've been loving myself real nice lately, so
You're looking good, friend.
thank you.
Did y'all see his photo shoot?
Yeah.
Doing it. Yes, indeed.
That's sweet.
Next, sir.
What's up, everybody? I am Cordell Mari, and the castmate that I will be sleeping with tonight, I'm gonna have a threesome between my hand and my husband.
All right.
Your husband ain't on that cat.
I love it.
That's why I said my hand and my husband.
Okay. My name is Tiago and Tyrese.
All right.
What's up, y'all? My name is Ade. Nobody.
Well, shout out to everybody that was able to be bold and blunt. You know, the concept of spelling club with 2 B's is to be bold and blunt. And we only got 3 people on the cast that's bold and blunt. I love it. Comments from the last episode. Tyrese, can you read that behind you?
Sure. I'll do Panthro 80. This came across my FYP, and I immediately subscribed. Great discussion. Turning 46, and I'm finding myself opening myself more to kinks and being turned on by them. However, you do have to have boundaries on what you like and dislike as you explore. I agree.
Low-key MJ says, yay, was ready for the next episode. This is regarding Mega and Trip's conversation. Pepper Braxton said, Trip has toxic masculinity. David Broder says, gotta go to work. We'll finish the show when I get home. Can't wait for the beefs and more. I will post current events when I get home. Stunner says, Mega seems healed. I love his fearlessness and transparency. I want to see a less cautious version of Trip. This was good. The flirty vibe was cute too. Yeah, they did have some sexual tension
nice.
going on. We see they did a live more recently. Somebody was at somebody else's house. Yes, indeed.
There was a collab?
It was a collab, baby. That's the proper word nowadays. Collab. Black Sheep says, this is the realest interview I've seen in a while. And I feel a lot of what Trip was saying. Wes, let them do a part 2. I feel like this should have been longer. Great conversation, fellas. fellas. Next person says, I love the energy of Mega, chill, communicative, expressive, and exudes maturity. There's nothing more attractive than a man comfortable in their own skin. The sexual compatibility is very important from the start. As someone who doesn't have any kinks or fetishes and who is also turned off by many kinks and fetishes, I'm going to ask what you like and don't like early in dating. Be upfront because I'm not willing to do things I don't like just because I like someone. If it's mean, we stop seeing each other, so be it. I'm the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to y'all for y'all comments. I appreciate it. Oh, y'all have more comments than that. Okay, Mega, it was yours. Read a couple.
That was me. Who was that? 2748. Gay men have normalized open relationships. What types of questions is having sex with one other person okay with you? This is not normal, especially with the straight community. What that is in
No.
I understand.
what's the shade for be authentic self as a homosexual, please reveal who you are. I can't see the bottom.
Now be sarcastic. Enjoy a healthy life.
Some good eyes.
I have great eyes.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead. What that one say? They done already had or going to have one another once.
Me and
Ooh. Mega heard bottom as the preferred position of Ali. A light bulb went off for him joining his union trust. This boat trip, just another orgy on the water. Similar to them cabin trips, Wes and Film. What? Similar to them cabin trips, Wes and Film and Do Stop. I don't understand. Well, yeah, Mega and Tripp's interview / conversation, it was a conversation, not necessarily an interview, was a popular video. And y'all did do a live, right? Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe last week or something.
Okay. That's cool. Shout out to y'all for commenting. Keep commenting. ACTVPLUS. B-Man Gay Cruise Party on Virgin Voyages August 8th to the 13th is going down. If you haven't booked, there's still cabins available. VIP passes are available. Everything's still available. This particular trip is going to be a very busy one. Our group is not the only group going. I think our group is the biggest that's going. But there are a lot of adventurous people going to be on this cruise. So it's going to be very, very, very interesting.
What does that mean, though? Adventurous, like, and what other type of people are going besides?
Yeah, what other type of groups are going?
What are we looking forward to?
Well, one of the groups is a large woman group.
Okay.
That's being helmed by a guy that I met when I went to Fort Lauderdale as a first mate, and then I was told that another gay group is going. So it's gonna be interesting.
Now, question: we say a large women group, or is it like BBWs, or just a big group of women?
I think he said he got about 30 women in his group, because they were all flabbergasted when I said I had over 200.
Clarity.
So yeah, but then again, I don't know if they're gonna be large or not. I don't know, but it's gonna be interesting. We're still gonna have fun.
It's gonna be fun.
And then I was able to add to the itinerary a private function for my birthday on August 11th. Yeah. We're having a white party at the Manor. Yes, the main club on the ship. It's going down. Basement. I'm so excited. Go to westernfriends.com to find out more information. Shout out to Juneteenth, who is our sponsor for this particular episode. Taste the freedom. Juneteenth turns Juneteenth energy into ready to drink tequila cocktail coolers, fruit forward cans, and grown and sexy spirits made for the dance floor, the cookout, and the toast. Shout out Juneteenth. Go to juneteenth.com.
Quick question, Wes.
Wardrobe theme is black, white, and red. As you go around the room, you'll see a combination of the three colors. Some people are all solid with white, some people are all solid with black, some people are all solid with red, and then everything in between. Episode 503. This is 4. Thank you. Conditioning versus preferences. Ooh, topic number 1. All right now. No fats, no fems, no trans. Is this mean, or is someone just being clear about their preferences? Are people allowed to be direct about what they like, or does the way they say it expose deeper bias? I want to start with a day.
What's up, y'all? So, I don't think technically we should police people's preferences, but I do think that the big question is what is the foundation of your preference? Is it based on societal bias, like societal standard, or is based on internalized hatred or trauma? So those are the only two things that I look at when someone tells me they have a preference. There's nothing wrong with you having a preference. You like what you like. But what is it rooted on? Is it rooted in those two things for me? That's what I see.
I saw a video not too long ago, probably last week, and I think it was a woman that was on the video, and she was talking about how it's not necessarily a preference, how it's a condition because of all of our upbringings, and society has a huge influence on us as a people. And when I was listening to that, I was like, you know what? There's a lot of validity in what she's saying, because I, growing up, was told that femininity is the incorrect way to be. I was kind of feminine, more so feminine in my early days, wanted to play with Barbie dolls and all of that. But all of my parents and my family were like, no, this is not it. You're not supposed to do this. You are a man. You're supposed to be playing basketball. You're supposed to be playing football. You are not a girl, blah, 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 blah. And so I feel like that was definitely a conditioned I was conditioned to not like that and be anti that. Now I like what I like, and I don't like femininity. Well, I definitely would attribute that to my childhood. Tiago, how do you feel?
I feel like both can be true, and it's not. One doesn't make the other one invalid, right? I think we can. Towards what he was saying, it's just more recognizing and be more aware of where you are at life. You can be in your healing journey, but at the same time, you don't have to do things beyond of what you want just because it sounds incorrect. But I think there are ways that you can express yourself so you are not hating on people or making them feel less than just because you're not attracted to them. I think my issue is more about how you make others feel rather than how you feel yourself, because this is the thing is it mean? But it's not mean to you, because you still get what you want, but are you being mean to others because they don't fit this pattern that you created for yourself?
Delivery is everything.
Well, Corday, how do you feel?
For me, I would say I'm very respectful of everybody's preferences. I feel like everybody's entitled to their preference. I know back in the day when I was younger, I always thought the standard for a gay man was to be attractive was to look slender and slim and not be thick. So I always tried to keep myself skinny because I felt like that was what men were attracted to. But now that I'm older, I have an open mind to befriend or to... I want to say this without sounding like I'm being too sexual.
Why?
Because I'm trying to... YouTube. YouTube.
Come on, YouTube. Yes, please, no cussing,
YouTube.
please.
Yeah.
No F-bombs, no P words, no C words, please.
I would just say I'm more open-minded now to what I'm attracted to. Like back in the day, I would say I would kind of had a thing against like not dating guys that were like over a certain size, but now I'm more open to fooling around with, not the other F word, fooling around with guys that like a bigger, if that makes sense. So
I'm curious. I'm gonna dig a little deeper. No pun intended. But
we like a deep digger.
do you feel like you're naturally attracted to? Well, you're pansexual.
I
yes?
am pansexual. Yes.
So maybe that goes into it too. Because I was gonna ask because we understand that there should be a little bit more acceptance in what we and how we move and the wokeness of the world and all of that. For me, I'm not miraculously just gonna fall in love with femme dudes because I should be more accepting. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, how does that work for you? Are you just naturally attracted to? How does that work for you? What are you naturally attracted to in a person?
So for me, it's not even so much about the physical aspect of a person I'm attracted to first. I'm first attracted to your personality and how you make me feel as a person.
Okay.
So that's why I say I can kind of see past the whole size or the femininity. I can see past that. If we mesh well and we have good energy together, I can work with that. No matter if you're like a larger person, if you're more feminine, I can be okay with that. So as far as preference go, I wouldn't even really say I even have a preference.
Okay.
If that makes sense. I'm kind of just a people's person.
Yeah, that's very different from you.
Gym shoes. Are you a conditioner or a preferencer? That didn't make sense, but yeah.
We got it. We got it.
You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying.
For me, I think it's unfortunate. I don't like anyone to feel bad or like they don't belong. And I do believe that it's somebody for everyone. For me, I wish that we lived in a world where we would say what we want instead of what we don't. So I would like to see platforms say, hey, I like muscular guys, or I like athletic guys, or I like chubs. So, instead of just saying what you don't want, it's kind of just looking at the glass half empty versus half full. So I'm always optimistic. And I found out with myself that I don't like labels because they do put you in a box. And if you in a box, you can't be more than that. So I started opening my mind up and being more fluid. That way I can be attracted to whatever age, whatever body type, whatever skin tone. So for me, life is all about growing.
Interesting.
Don't say whatever age now.
Well, there's a lot of ageism around me. People like, he too old. Blah, 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 blah.
But y'all gotta think about it. Like now, older men that keep themselves together, they're in the gym and they're healthy. You can't even tell how old they are.
I just want to say something real quick for all my 80s babies and my 70s babies and my 60s babies. Because y'all in y'all 90s and the 2000s, y'all looking a little overcooked. And I don't know what's going on, what's in the water.
Don't say y'all, baby. Don't say y'all.
What's your age? What's your year?
I was born in 90. I'm 36, so don't say y'all.
No, you look good.
I'm 92.
You look 92.
Say millennials look good.
80s, 90s. I don't know, some of the men that say they are 20s in their 20s, they don't look like they in their 20s.
Right, I agree.
There's a lot of them out here that's looking really, I don't know what's going on.
Well, you can attribute that to hard drugs.
No, well, I mean, or just genetics. Megan, this was your topic. I'm curious, what brought this topic up?
So, I think that there is a lot of negative connotation surrounded people having their preferences, right? And I really like what you said, because that was going to be my question. What is the advice to someone who wants to set boundaries, right? But a lot of times when you see this, you don't hear it. So there is no tone. A lot of times you see this on people's like Jack pages or profiles and you read it and you immediately get offended.
Yeah.
I don't understand why you get offended, because this does not say that you're not important, you're not special. It's just saying that person's preference is not you. And I've had people say to me that they don't like muscular guys. I've had people to tell me that they only want to date tall guys. We hear these things all the time, but I don't think people don't always think about the other side, right? And so rejection is a normal part of life. Someone stating their boundaries is a normal part of life. And if we're not doing that, then we lead people to believe that we're interested in them. And I don't want us to get comfortable with that. But I think you made a good suggestion saying what you like. However, I know firsthand by being on social media platforms, and people they don't care about those. They're still going to be in your inbox. They're still going to send you the nude pictures. People don't care that I have this posted on my page. They still hit me up. They still send me pictures, and they hit me up every single day saying, good morning, da 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 da.
Well, you have this
when we got to hang up? Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And if I didn't,
On
fams
on Instagram or Jack? What we talking about?
on Jack.
On Jack.
Oh,
And if I don't currently, I used to, but people don't.
Wait. You have this message on your Jack profile?
If I don't currently, it was up there.
So no fats, no fems.
No trans.
Those are all things that I'm not interested in.
right.
Those are all things that I'm not attracted to. And it has nothing, I don't think it has anything to do with what the world likes or the community likes, because I grew up in a community where we were taught that men liked women. I grew up where people ate certain foods, but that didn't have anything to do with me. My preferences are my preferences.
Can I say?
Go ahead.
Okay,
You
so
can say whatever you like.
said that regardless of whatever you put on there, people are still gonna hit you up, right? Those same people. So why put it up there?
Yeah,
So if at the end of the day,
'Cause he's trying
it
to
doesn't
avoid-
matter. But the thing is, you're putting out what you don't like, which is fine. But the language is very it's a little problematic. But regardless, people are still going to send you a DM. So why would you even put it up there in the first place?
Well, this is, you're working through this in real time,
Yeah.
and you hope that people would respect your boundaries. I do understand that these things are offensive now, but when we first got social media and stuff, these are the types of things that we put up there. But I don't think that people really care about those. They still try to holler. They still try to get they one off. And sometimes you have to double down, and you do have to get a little stern, which comes off mean because they do not respect your
Kind
boundaries.
of double down.
You do have to double down.
What do you mean by double down?
Like if he's steady trying to hit on me and touch
You
on
would
me,
say yes. No,
it can be anybody. If someone is trying to hit on you or touch on you or make you uncomfortable, then you do have to double down. If you've already, when you're in a setting and somebody is trying to get at you, you kind of be like, "Nah, I'm good, bro." That's generally what you do. Most people will take that as "I'm good." They'll move on, but everybody does not respond.
Tiago, go ahead.
I think responding to your initial thing, because the whole other thing, I don't want to respond to that. But in the beginning, you said why. I think it has to do with prejudice. And this is a group within a group. And fats, fems, and trans, those are the minorities within the minority. So just a second. So with that, there has to be some type of not just respect, but I think awareness that is not your reality. You have a lot of other things that gives you more power in social capital than these people. Like you are physically universally pretty, and you're also universally attractive, which these things have been connotated as negative before. So I think there's some sort of social responsibility when it comes to the community itself. Do you have to be this aware? No. But once you are, you don't really have an excuse to be nasty. And that's how it comes out to be if you're doing this consciously. You're not doing no more, but I think that's the initial thought.
But I think the other responsibility lies on the person, right? You are internalizing rejection as to equate that you're not good enough. That's your problem. That is your problem. That is not mine. And I don't know. I understand changing the terminology, but I don't think that I should bear the responsibility for whatever you've dealt with to feel that you're inadequate. It has nothing to do with me. You're just not my preference. I don't like green beans. I don't want them on my plate. I don't want them around me, but you can eat them all day.
Bitch, I'm offended.
You have stated several times that you like a little chub. And I will say these are to the extremes, right? Because I will date a more feminine person. It's to my comfort. It's, first of all, whatever I see, that's what attracts me, first of all. I know a lot of y'all say that y'all look beyond the beauty. Not me. If you're not beautiful in my eyes, and what I internalize as beautiful, then I'm never going to get to a point where I want to talk to you. It doesn't matter how good you feel inside, how good you are of a person. We could be friends, but I'm not attracted to you in that way.
I agree 100%. I also don't look past looks. The first thing I look is looks, and then
That's the first thing?
That's the first requirement. You have to pass the look test. There's no other way.
And so with the looks, you can be bigger, you can be smaller, you can be all these things.
You might get a pass.
Yeah, you might get a pass, depending on how beautiful you
Yeah.
are to me and how you carry yourself. Confidence goes a long way. There are some ugly people in my eyes that I am very attracted to because they have it. They got swag. They have confidence. As long as you loving who you are, people saying that I'm short, that's not an attack. People calling me midget, that's not a thing.
I think it's the dynamic of power. You retain the power. So I don't think when you're saying it, it holds more power to it than it should be, just because you are in a position of power in this situation.
How am I in a position of power?
Because you have the pretty privilege, you have the body.
Talk a little bit, child.
You can go ahead.
No, because Kill was next, and then right there we got other topics.
But basically said a lot of stuff that I wanted to say, because I don't feel like it should be an issue with me saying I don't like a fat person. Sorry, I don't. If you're feminine, I'm not attracted to you. Everybody has their own preference, and I feel like if you feel a certain kind of way about how I feel, then like what you said, that's on you. That's your insecurity, because It is what it is.
I think
I feel like I should sit up here and feel bad because I'm not attracted to.
I just wanted to say though, I think we come up.
I'm not attracted to femme people. I've been in a relationship with a femme person before, and it did not work because they were too feminine for me, and it's made me cringe.
Yeah. But I think we could.
I'm sorry, I feel that way.
I think it's a fine line between preferences and discrimination. Like you said, you don't like green beans. You tried green beans and you realized that you didn't like it. Right?
Hello, but there are a lot of feminine people that I am extremely comfortable with.
Talk to the mic.
I just don't want to date them.
And that's
so
fine.
there's no prejudice there. And one of my really close friends, y'all know, I don't want to say his name. I don't know how he'll feel about it, but y'all know I'm close to somebody like this that I think is kind of feminine. We've never dated because he's too feminine. But one thing that I always tell him, I never want him to change for nobody. He is amazing all around. He body, he's sexy. He's just a little feminine.
Yeah, I think we use the term very loosely, right? Because it's sometimes that even though you can be good looking, somebody can hit your checklist, right? That doesn't mean you're attracted to them. You know, you could be the finest person in the world, but it may be something about me that you don't like. So I can't be everyone's cup of tea. You know what I'm saying? And it may be at times where I don't like an over feminine guy, but it's been times where I've seen a feminine side that, damn, that's kind of attractive too. So we have to be cautious and aware of how we can make other people feel. And also it depends on what time of day it is. Because if I'm feeling myself late at night, more than likely a person that couldn't get it can.
Real quick, because I don't want this to be another 30 minutes on the topic. But King, are people allowed to be direct about what they like, or does the way they say it expose deeper biases?
Are people allowed? I feel like, to what my man was saying earlier, it's a societal norm. This preference, these three words, you know, that's in a lot of people's profile, is society deemed that to be what is not acceptable. You know what I mean? And a lot of times we are shamed in liking things that are not deemed to be popular, or whatever the case may be. You may be attracted to a bigger person, but because society is going to humiliate or talk about this person, you may not, you know, address it out there. You know what I mean? It's the same thing with other concepts. But, you know, I don't think society allows people to be their individual selves. You feel what I'm saying? And I feel like that's where it lies the problem. I mean, honestly, it is preferences. We do have preferences, but why are these the only three preferences that are prevalent to what we're discussing in a relationship or what we want? Because if you're going to put these three, put everything out there. Put the P's, put the this, put the that, put the that. Because what's the preference of just putting these three? It's only because society says that these three is what the gay people should not want, because we have to be deemed a certain way and look a certain way and fit a certain social structure. So, I mean, that's just my thoughts.
All right. We're going to move on to topic 2 real quick.
I feel like we all need to take classes on how to not hurt other people's feelings. I think it's a full-time job thinking of other people's feelings. You can't think of yourself, and you got to think of everybody else.
Yeah, because everybody has a hang-up. Everybody in this panel has a hang-up about something that they don't like or something that they don't want to hear.
There are people that write books on things they like, and they say, reading is fundamental. Please read this before you hit me up. They go down the line. I just don't have time for that, but I understand why they do it. The reason why we have these boundaries is because we're going to cut through some of the fluff. We don't want to waste time.
And a lot of times it don't work. We're gonna go on to topic 2, because baby, is it a problem for people to have preferences? Yes. Where is the line between personal attraction, honesty, and discrimination? Gym shoes, where is the line between personal attraction, honesty, and discrimination?
That line just depends on the person. I don't have a problem with people having their preferences. Again, you just got to be sensitive so that you don't just constantly hurt people's feelings. And it's okay, again, to say what you want. So I don't feel like it's a problem for people to have those preferences. Again, for me, just open your mind. Because, again, like I said, I'm not everybody's cup of tea. So, yeah.
So I have a question for you, Tyrese, directly. You say just don't hurt someone's feelings. Feelings are not factual, right? And so I can have a feeling, and you be completely unaware of that I have this feeling. And you've gone on about your day, but I'm internalizing this now. Yeah. And now that I may go to Wes and tell him about my feeling, he tells you, now you have a feeling. There's a problem with that, right?
Intention. We got to.
But I don't know your intention, and neither do you know mine.
Well, I would never intentionally hurt you. So, and I tell people, if I have, I'm sorry. That wasn't my intention. But we were all brought up different. We all have different ways of living. So you can easily hurt somebody's feelings and not know it.
We don't do every day.
But I'll tell you if you hurt my feelings or if I'm uncomfortable with something or how that makes me feel. I'm very direct in that.
But I want to make it more general. I know I put it to you, but I think that you can't help but to hurt people's feelings.
Dave, when you see no fast, no fems, no trans, are you hurt?
Nope.
Okay.
So one thing about me is I already understand. I understand the street. I understand the code. I was born in the '80s, so I saw all of this growing up, right? The whole thing. So when I see it, I just scroll past it like that's not for me. It's not for me. It's not for me. Not everybody can handle that, and it's okay. There's nothing wrong with them. It's just who they are as a person. Maybe their background, their family, or maybe it's just self basically. So, but for me, it does not do anything for me. But I would say where the line is the context, the language that you use. Instead of you saying no fat, no femmes, whatever, I find myself attracted to this type of people. That's way better than saying no fat, no femme, no trans.
So then let me ask all of the darker skin tone people on the panel. If you saw no dark skin folk or no darks on somebody's profile, no darkies, whatever we want to put to it, how would you feel about it? Corday,
Why the hell you look at me first?
Kellington, Tyree.
Darkest here. So let me
Well, yeah, how would you feel about it?
Nothing. I promise you, I have so much self-love to where even if someone tells me now that, oh, you're the darkest in the room, I'll be like, what you mean? But I'm not saying it just to I just want to know where that's coming from and correct it. But I don't take it personal. I don't internalize it. It doesn't do nothing to me. So I just scroll past.
Corday?
Same. If I'm not your person, I'm not your preference. It ain't gonna hurt my feelings because guess what? Somebody doesn't want all this dark chocolate, and I'm gonna give it to them.
Kellington?
When I was younger, that would have been an issue for me. But as I've gotten older, the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. I wish I could be even darker, actually. So it doesn't bother me.
Gym shoes.
When I was younger, I had preferences too. I wouldn't date dark-skinned guys. I wouldn't date light-skinned dudes at one point too. Yes. So today,
This man has changed and grown up so much.
Okay. Yeah, but today,
This day.
yeah, I'm open more to all skin tones. I got a lot of love because I can be attracted to a very dark-skinned guy. So
I
yeah,
see you with one yet.
I don't discriminate.
King, where is the line between personal attraction, honesty, and discrimination?
I mean, I think it's within yourself and being honest. I mean, I think it deals between, again, I'm going to go back to society. I think there's a lot of, let me touch the first question, right?
Okay.
Is it a problem? I said, it is a problem when your preferences is based off of society's preferences, right? When you hear these people talking about, you know what I mean, like no fast, no femmes, because that's a popular term. When you see, even with women and stuff like, oh, I need a guy with money and this and that. Like, these are all popular societal terms that is deemed popular. And once the culture changes and shifts, that's going to change and shift too, which means your preferences are going to change and shift. So I think that's when it becomes a problem, when you're basing who you are, what you want based off of what's around you. You know what I'm saying? If these are your personal preference, I think it's good to be mostly honest, because that's when you are going to find your community, the people who you align with, right? You manifest and allure that energy towards you, because you're gonna find that, if you're honest with yourself. Now, the line that where is the line between the personal attraction, honesty, and discrimination? I mean, I just think, again, it's just within yourself. I mean, you have to figure that out within yourself and really do a deep dive and figure out, what do I like and what do I not like.
Tiago, is it problematic or a problem for people to have preferences?
No, I don't think it's a problem. I think people should have their preferences. I think it's part of self-awareness and being able to invest in things that align with who you are and what you do. But I think it's also fine if you want to explore those lines. All that I was saying is that the words matter. That's all that I'm saying. Regardless, that if you're not responsible for anybody's feelings, but because feelings are not real, like you will deal with emotions, but feelings not really. But it does, if you know that this is it is a, I don't know if I pronounce this word in English, it is a word that can be discriminatory. I don't think you should use it.
I got a question for whoever wants to answer. Have you ever come across a situation where someone's preferences turned you off and made you not like them? Because I'll say this and keep it real quick. When somebody usually like have a foot fetish, it makes me, they be like, oh, can I see a picture of your feet? I'll be like, well, I'm ticklish and I don't really like my feet played with. I have very nice feet and they look good. I just don't like them to be played with. So it makes me feel like I'm kind of going to stun off because I don't want that to be the highlight of me. You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't think it turned me off in that way. I think whenever it crosses the line of discrimination, even if it's not applied to me, it turns me off.
Can I say something about the words before you go? I want you to say exactly what you want, how you want it, the way you want it, discriminatory, racist, however, right? Because then I know who you are,
And it
right?
lets me know
And
how
it
to
allows
deal
me
with you.
to place my boundaries around. Like if you, because regardless if you say it or not, you still feel that way, right? It's not out there, right? It's just if once you post, some people have the balls or bold and blunt enough to say it out loud. But if you feel that way, I still don't want you around me, regardless if I hear it or not. So I want you to say all the stuff that I may be deemed offensive, I may be deemed whatever, so that I know who you are, because it goes beyond just words, right? That's your character. That's who I don't want around you. So I want you to be as blunt and as honest as you deem necessary, so I know where I can place you in my life.
I think
And that's just what I
I
say about
definitely agree
words.
with you on that, because honestly, even if they don't say those words up front, at some point in time, it's gonna come out, and you're gonna see it in their character either way it goes.
All right. Topic number 3. Does everyone have to like everyone in order to be nice? Can someone reject you and still respect you at the same time? Kellington.
Sure can. I reject people all the time.
Oh my God, Kevin.
You're so nice because you're so handsome and quiet.
Still be nice to somebody, reject them, and at the same time, like,
Reject me nicely.
Talk to the mic.
It's going to be hard to do.
you know, you're a very attractive guy, but I'm married.
Okay.
All right.
Put it on.
All right.
Put it on the
That's simple.
All right.
Now you know what? And you're not feeling no kind of way because I told you what the situation is. This is what it is, and watch if it, you know.
All right. But you know, somebody may still be offended.
And they still gonna try it.
A day.
Mine is a real life situation, and that's
Yours what?
Scary.
When you say mine, what are we
the
talking about?
rejection that with respect at the same time. I was dancing with this guy and we're having a good time, smelled good, everything. I was thinking, it was someone I like when it comes to bedroom. And
Talk to the mic.
we had the conversation, and it ended up not going that route. But it was like, you know what? I still like you. You let's dance, and we danced all night. It was still respectful, but at the end of the day, it didn't work.
Okay. Corday, does everyone have to like everyone in order to be nice?
Absolutely not. It's been the bitches I don't like, but I'm still nice to them.
Oh,
I'm sorry. YouTube.
all right.
You can say that word.
Yeah, bitch is fine. Bitch is fine.
Okay, bitch is fine. So I can say bitch. I just can't say the F word.
Corday, can someone reject you and still respect you at the same time?
Absolutely. I've been rejected a lot of times by people that were still respectful in their rejection. I rejected people not being respectful.
All right. Topic number 4. Is there a food chain within beauty constructs? Gym shoes.
I think it used to be, but thank God for Bobby Brown. Thank God for Wesley Snipes. That was in the 90s, and they put us on the map. They made us feel like dark-skinned people. We had a place. We mattered. We live in a world now. I think it's crazy because when you watch shows, most women and even guys, they prefer dark men. So it's like we kind of flipping the situation to make light-skinned people feel like they don't matter, and that's not okay either. Even though we were the minority, we were the one that's discriminated against. Kind of like black people, we feel like we can call white people crackers or whatever. That's not okay to just always discriminate somebody because it's been done to you and it's been accepted for so long. I think when you have a lot of love in your heart, for me, I think anything will be received from me well because it's gonna come from a loving place.
Think about it. Is there a food chain within beauty constructs?
Go ahead.
We're going to bleep
I
that
just-
out right.
Huh?
We bleeping that out right.
What did he say?
You're not going to repeat it. Bitch, I'm not going to repeat it.
Oh, I did not hear.
What,
It went right.
you talking about when I said the saltines?
Yeah.
You talking about crackers?
God Damn.
That's a food. That's a food. It's not recognized.
We can't say racist shit on this show.
Well, no, the context.
The context, yeah,
in that way. But crackers is not a target word. Yes. You're so silly, Corday.
I'm just trying to get canceled.
Is there a food chain within the beauty construct?
Of course it is. And I think that Tyrese, the part that you talked about was the colorism part in that, and I do see a change in that. When I was younger, I think I talked about this on the show. When I was in high school, there was a beautiful girl that I went to school with, and people would say that she was beautiful for a dark-skinned girl. But I tell you, she was bad to the bone. She still is bad to the bone. But that always bothered me. And I like light skin, dark skin. I like it all. I just kind of have to see the beauty in it for me. But I do think that there is a chain, and I think that beauty privilege is a thing, and beautiful people do kind of get things a little easier.
Kellington, do body type, masculinity, femininity, skin tone, age, and status create an invisible ranking system in dating?
Yeah.
I mean, masculinity, most certainly. I mean, those are all things that people take into consideration when you're dating. So, yes.
I think we kind of forgot one.
We
Coins. Because coins bypass all of that.
I just copied and paste, baby.
No. And this might be but I
Yes.
Money changed though.
because money makes you look
real attractive.
Yeah,
Look over this street.
Yeah.
Look over them.
not for me.
Yeah, not for me either.
And you can stand one of the
people
ugly
are the
people
same.
next to a Bugatti, and we're like,
You know, it's interesting. I've been in a situation where I had option A, who was a cool, great guy, great personality, everything was great, had a regular job, nothing fantastic. And then there was option B, and this person is building their mansion and is all over the place, flying, this and that and the third. And there's nothing that I'm looking at with option B that's like attractive outside of what they got going on financially or whatever. And it, I always thought that not always thought, but it was interesting that I had the ability to have this thought, because I would be like, damn, well, I want to be in this pool when it get built. But there's something about the person on this side that is just great. Like, he's just an overall great person. And for me, it's like I would rather attach myself to that versus the vanity that comes with people that are in this, 6-digit bracket, because everybody around this person is of this kind of, you got to be this, you got to be this, you got to be this, you got to have this, who's your friend? Because if you're not making the 6 figures like he is, then why are you in the circle? It becomes that kind of thing in my experience. So yeah, you hit your buzzer.
Yeah, I can agree to that. It's been a situation where I had this guy, he was attractive, had a lot of money, huge house, nice cars. He was so boring. And I tried to circle back a couple of times. I just couldn't do it. Probably one of the best houses I have been in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So for me, it could be my toxic trait. I kind of tend to be attracted to people that feel like they need me. So I feel like maybe when you have money, you don't need me. So it's nothing that I could do for you.
Toxic is just your masculine trait.
Yeah.
I think you can go.
No, I was going to point that out about yourself. I think it's really safe to say, and you've said this on the show on previous episodes, that when you're in that relationship with the person who made you feel a certain way, you like to be that person who is the limit and not the bar. We just did an interview with you.
You got me confused with somebody else.
Y'all watched the episode.
Yeah, please
with
watch
me
it.
and
Please
Trip
watch it.
interviewing
Yes,
him.
indeed.
And
Please
he
watch
clearly set those guidelines.
He likes
I
to
thought,
be
but
the dominant.
I thought he said that he wouldn't
talking about
mind.
me. I could speak. One thing that I said, and I'll make it poignantly clear, is that I hate when people just latch onto me for every fucking thing. It's annoying. Excuse my language, because I got a little personal. But like, when you speak on me, speak correct. It's annoying because I always have to do everything. Always, everything is always on me. So I don't know how you got that.
Well, I think that you misinterpreted what I'm saying.
Okay, so
That's not what I said.
No, I think what he was just trying to correlate to, you mentioned not being attracted to the guy that had so much money.
Yeah.
While he was saying it could be because you prefer a different dynamic of financial status.
Yeah, you spoke to being in situations where the person had, and it made you feel away when you talked about the older and younger dynamic. We interviewed you, so I heard this.
I'm going to rewatch the interview.
Yeah, because I want to know what
I
you're
heard
talking
this
about.
firsthand.
'Cause I
It
still don't
wasn't
know what
something
you're
I
talking
made
about.
up.
Watch it.
And you clearly said you spoke about the way it made you feel, and you
What
also
made me
out
feel?
the money dynamics where him having the money. You said that he didn't support you, like he didn't give you direction and what to do.
Oh, you're talking about when I was 20 years old?
Yeah, but
I'm a different. Yeah, I'm a
but
different
I
person
think it
now.
also shows up in your adult life.
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm always gonna speak on me.
That was then. That was then, and this is now.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gonna just say society is gonna be my key word of the day, since I keep saying. But I feel like it places a big role on this, right? Like I feel like what other people deem as necessary, or what the culture deems as necessary at the time, is what it is, right? And it's what most people, not all, most people adapt to, right? Because it's what the societal norms is. So is there a food chain? Yes. But why you're not happy with the guy with the money versus the happiness? Because all of this is irrelevant to what you're dating someone for, right? And you're dating someone for the companionship, that connection, the money, the masculinity, the feminine. That has none of those aspects have anything to do with the connection that you're having with somebody.
It's like the pre-interview that you put up.
No, but society has placed those glasses on us to determine that as a preset to those things,
I agree.
versus your own measure of what I'm saying is, every individual has their own measurements of what they deem is necessary for themselves, or what they want. All I'm saying is, a lot of these characteristics in all with the money, like you said, oh, the guy with money, I would date him. You know, he's not like that, right? That's your personal preference, because it takes more.
I never said that.
It's okay.
It takes more than just the money, the skin tone, the age, the masculinity, the whatever, to date somebody. That's just surface level
Yeah, I
shit.
think that could be interpreted like you did say that, because you did say that the guy with the
He
money.
did say that
You said
earlier.
if he ugly and he's standing next to a
And a
Bugatti, that's gonna
Bugatti,
make
then
him.
that was my
interpretation.
All right now, come on
That's
now.
what he just said.
I mean, I get that.
Hey,
That is
I think
exactly
y'all
what you
need
just
y'all need to take a step back.
Take a step
and
back.
stop trying to tell my story. I never said that. I said that something was missing from that. I said money, and I gave an example of a person standing in front of a Bugatti. I drive a Nissan Rogue 93. Money is not something I've chased. I've had suitors and sugar daddies after me. None of y'all
That's how
can
it
ever
sounded
speak.
like. That's how it
But
sounded
if you
like.
listen, I will lead you and teach you. Because it's not what I said. Y'all not listening.
I understood you. I'm saying from that standpoint.
I have to throw a little.
Y'all not listening.
But that's the thing, like, you
Really
know, when
shaking
it
the
comes
table
to
around here.
you,
Right.
we're gonna speak on it. Yes, indeed.
Yeah, I think there is a dynamic that it is not as invisible as we are speaking on it. There are spaces that you navigate easier if you have a certain look, if you appear a certain way, if you know, like if you're pretty. There's some sort of privilege there.
That's true. People do treat you different when you are more muscular or more fit. You do get a different treatment,
Yeah, but
because
all I'm saying, that changes
even in
with
my
culture.
experience, but I'm saying even in my experience, and that could come also with confidence. When I've gained a little weight and wasn't too confident about myself or my body, some people loved it, you know, and some people didn't, and it made me feel different. However, I did attract a certain type of people when I was more fit, and you know, the way people treat you is totally different.
Can I
All
ask
I'm saying, this changes with culture. Every time when the culture shifts into something, like we have the term 90s fine, right? That means it's all natural, women, all that. We have that term because it's different from the term of what beauty constructs are today. You know what I'm saying? So when someone calls you 95, that means you don't look like today's fine. You look like 90s
But
fine.
it exists.
There's a
It
difference.
shifts. Nobody said it's still. Everybody just says that it exists throughout
And most
time, and it
people
looks
cope with
different
that-
throughout
that
time.
shift
Yeah,
is
but
what I'm
but
saying.
90s fine was you was cute when you was young and in your 20s, and when you was in your 30s, you looked old as hell.
No, 90s fine is more of a natural
People
look.
today look in their 30s, late 30s, mid 30s, 40s. They look different than people in their 90s when they were in their 30s and 40s.
Now that tells
It's
me
the
something. I will agree with
definition
that.
of what beauty
I will agree with
constructs
that.
was in the 90s is what's that 90s fine. It's not saying that, oh, because I was 20, I was finer in the 90s.
No, it's
just
how the women
how we
look
looked
then.
at beauty in the 90s.
Yeah,
Where
how the men
it wasn't
look
about lashes
Yeah.
and BBLs and no, it wasn't about. It was really natural.
Well, I'll give an example. In 90s, fine. Family Matters. Carl Winslow was 36 years old. Harriet was 34. They
No,
look
but
like
95
would be in their
would've been
50s.
like
we don't look
Lauren
like
did,
that.
like
But we would say
Tonight
like Neil
Lathan.
Long. Neil Long
Neil
is
Long,
somebody
those were
that we would
90s
say is
fine. Like,
90s
the
fine.
beauty, they didn't need all that
90s
extra
fine then.
stuff. It was
She's
natural.
90s fine now.
Tonight
To your
Lathan, all those
point,
people, huh?
to the point that you were making, I get that society has these norms, but you're saying it as if we're so innocent and we don't have our own minds to think.
Most people
I
are.
get,
Most people don't,
I
I
get
do
that
believe.
these things are beauty norms for the masses, for the community, but I'm the person that got to go home with them. So no matter what my friends, what my community, what the people like, if I don't like it, I'm going to say I don't like it. And I have my own mind. I have the right to choose what I want. So
But I believe
this
that
is-
there's an exception, not the rule. I believe you're an exception.
so
I
I'm
feel like-
accepting. It's like with all of us in this room, none of us have our own minds.
I feel like a lot of people in a massive state is very influenced.
I'm
They're
more
very
open. I think
influenced.
I'm more
Yes,
open
they
than
are.
most.
I think they
And
need
they go
that.
with the
Topic number
masses.
5.
Most people go with the masses. That's why you have the term black sheep and stuff like that. Oh, and while everyone's looking right, I'm gonna look left. Those things are set in stone because there's always a rule and there's always that exception.
All right. Topic 5. You all right, Sugar? Okay.
I got one more question. Tyrese, you talked about like when you got a little bigger and stuff. You said that you felt a different way. Do you think that we internalize that, and that's the reason why we don't move the same in the rooms that we used to move in when we were more fit? Or
Absolutely. And it could also go to personal experiences, things that you may come across that make you feel a certain type of way because you've experienced how someone were honest and told you how they thought. And you're like, oh, but then you'll come across another situation where you're the same way and someone else absolutely love it.
okay.
So, yeah.
Why does rejection hurt so much a day?
I don't know how to answer that question because it doesn't hurt me.
There you go. That's an answer right there. That's an answer right there. Tiago, why does rejection hurt so much?
I'm not speaking upon myself because I don't internalize other people's choices. I put out there whatever I want, and then if it matches, let's go. But I would speak upon why I think it would hurt others. I think there's a lot of people in the journey of self-loving and finding love within themselves. We experience a lot of pressure in different ways, especially growing up as queer people. There's a lot of body dysmorphia going on and a lot of pressure to look and be certain ways. Like you mentioned, things that you like to do, you should have done sports, you should look this way. You know, my family was very fat phobic. And so like a lot of the things I do today, although I understand these concepts, I know what was happening, I do understand why I don't eat as much. You know, like all of my eating disorders and why I choose to wear more flowy things on the top rather than like more fitted, even though I think I could, just because I still feel like I'm big and I look at my photos, I'm like, I was never big. Like, what was my mom talking about?
It can get you.
And then it's just always like, I think recognizing where you are. And sometimes some people are not in that moment. And the last thing is just, it's a journey that never ends. I think to me it was just trying to find how to love myself in the moment while I'm in it. So that came with a sense of style. That came with like, let me focus on other things. So once I started working on that, I wasn't externalizing the hate, and then I wasn't hurt by others.
Can I say this before we move on? I've seen you in the gym and you look amazing.
We looking at him right
You
now.
look amazing.
okay, good.
And honestly, like
But I
I've
get what
literally
you're saying.
I've seen your progress from when I first started seeing you in the gym up until now. You look amazing. So don't ever
Corday.
think that you don't.
Why does rejection hurt so much?
Baby, it don't hurt me. I look at rejection as protection because God may be protecting me from somebody I don't need to be around or something I don't need in my life at the time.
Okay.
I never take a loss as loss, if that makes sense.
Okay. Gym shoes, why does rejection hurt so much?
Because it don't feel good sometimes. I think rejection can come on different levels, right? Rejection can come from people that you don't know, people that you do know and that you love, and then people that's more like your family and friends, right? So when it comes from people that you love, sometimes it can be received better because you feel like they may have your best interest at heart. When it comes from people that you don't know, it can feel like it's mean or angry or aggressive, right? However, I'm optimistic again, and I'll turn that rejection into something that makes me feel good and something that I can shit on you later and be like, and then you'll try to circle back, and yeah, back then you wasn't on me, now I'm hot, now you all on me.
You feel me, Kellington? Person saying, is rejection painful because of the person saying no, or because it touches insecurity, self-worth, and the need to feel chosen?
That's exactly what it touches.
Okay.
I'm not going to feel unless I have these insecurities and self-worth, unless I'm going through all that.
Straight to the point.
That's the only way rejection's going to hurt me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the only way it has any power.
King, same question.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna be transparent, right? I go through all emotions. Normally, I don't care about rejection, but like you said, there's different levels to rejection. You know what I mean? When I got rejected from a job that I really wanted, that hurt me, right? Because I worked hard for it, right? Different things hurt in different ways, whatever case may be. I do have some insecurities that I still deal with. I'm not a 100% healed person that just don't care about feelings, and I do, you know what I mean? I care about certain people, people I've allowed in my life. Sometimes they say something that may, you know what I mean? Somebody may address a characteristic that I don't like about myself or don't deem as, and it might, you know, make, you know, a ticking bomb that may blow up in my brain a little bit later that I didn't even think about. Like, damn, I'm making a mirror, stuff like that. So, and to the first part, the rejection, why it hurts is because no one likes to feel shame and no one likes embarrassment. You know what I mean? Those are some of the worst feelings to have. You know, to be embarrassed in a room is a horrible feeling. And to have shame is a horrible feeling. So I think those were the main reasons why it does hurt so much.
Mega Body, have you ever gone to a function and was turned away because you weren't supposed to be there?
What?
I have.
And did that rejection make you feel some sort of way?
At the moment when I was rejected from getting into the event, no. But prior to, it made me wonder, how did I get involved in this? It wasn't, I don't think, it just kind of is where the chips fell. To make a long story short, I was on a part of this reality show at the time. And of course, things form and blah, blah, blah. And I had absolutely no knowledge of them. Fast forward. And so I was put on the side. I didn't know what was going on. And there were events that had happened that I wasn't invited to because I was placed on the side. And I remember showing up to an event.
Talk to the mic.
I remember showing up to an event, and they had security they had security just like you see on the reality shows to tell me and the people that I was with that we couldn't come in. It was cool, I guess. I mean,
okay. Sometimes I ask random questions to deviate from what's on the screen. Okay. So that's where that came from.
Can I say one thing to this though?
Yes.
I think we tend to use rejection as proof that we're not worthy or we are not enough in some areas. And I think that we have to pour into ourselves a little more so that rejection won't hurt us in that way. Rejection is a part of life. We've been being rejected since we were young. I remember my first girlfriend when she first broke up with me. I was a little boy. Like, I think that we've learned these things over time. We have to know that we're still enough and that we can pour into ourselves and be okay with rejection.
And I'll echo that. I think everybody on this panel has gotten to a point in life where quote unquote rejection doesn't hurt that much. For me, I can care less. And for me, I'm so self-absorbed in myself and love myself and what I got going on. I love my skinniness. I love my hairy body. I love, you know, all of the things that's going on with my body and me as a person, my big lips, my big nose, all of that stuff. And I'm cool with that. And so I think once you get to a point where you love you, nothing else really matters. But it's also important to tell people what you like, what you don't like. Because if you don't like it, then you don't like it. It's okay.
I read up on this a little bit, and there's a dysphoria. It's called rejection sensitive dysphoria, and those people have a really, really hard time with rejection. And the people that most may have this dysphoria are avoidant personality people.
Right.
You sound so smart.
Well, I just want the people to know, you know.
Thank you.
All right, the club has spoken. Is that being mean, or is someone just being clear about their preferences? No fast, no fems, no trans. A real conversation about dating, attraction, and honesty. Now, we've talked about it. I asked y'all to give y'all a little insight about it. King Jazz Mar says this is always a tricky, touchy subject because people who are those things feel attacked or don't feel seen that they're good enough. So it's like it could be a preference thing, but it also could be a closed-minded thing. Trip Ali says no. Megabody says
Right.
I think it can either.
It could be either.
Okay. But honestly, go ahead, read what you said, baby.
I think I tried to say, I think it could be either, but honestly, I think people are too sensitive or too arrogant. And I think that's two different sides of the coin. But everyone has a preference, and you may not be it, but that's okay.
Okay. Jim Shoes, you have something to the right of your side?
Some of y'all got 47 disqualifiers and you still can't get a text back.
Let's start there. Who said that? Rita, who said that?
Taj,
I love you some Taj.
Taj. Read that one more time.
Some of y'all got 47 disqualifiers and still can't get a text back.
Okay.
Let's start there.
All right. Tiago, can you read on that right side?
I would have to agree with the previous response. It's all in the delivery. Oh, the previous response, we don't have it on the screen.
Okay. Corday, can you see anything on the screen?
Barely, honey. Pep Talk 1224 says it can be someone's preference, but it doesn't need to be stated. You know what you're interested in, so go after it. Why would one need to publicize it?
All right. The club has spoken. Bold and blunt. Jim Shoes, you are always a fantastic reader. Do you mind?
Let's go, baby. Bold and blunt. Dear Culture Club, my name is Jaden. I'm 18 years old, and I don't even know if I'm ready to say this out loud yet, but I think I'm gay.
You are.
I've known something was different about me for a long time, but I've been scared to admit it. Scared of my family, scared of my friends, scared of people looking at me different, scared of becoming a conversation in rooms I'm not even in. I watch y'all on Culture Club, and I see black gay men sitting there being loud, honest, funny, serious, messy, vulnerable, and real. Y'all say things I wish I had the courage to say. Y'all argue, y'all laugh, y'all stand in who you are, and I look up to that. I want to be bold. I want to be blunt. But right now, I'm scared. I don't want to disappoint my mother. I don't want my father to look at me like I'm less of a man. I don't want my cousins clowning me. And I don't want people at school acting like everything about me is suddenly about who I like. But I'm tired of hiding too. I'm tired of pretending I like girls the way everybody expects me to. I'm tired of changing how I talk, how I move, how I dress, and how I exist just so nobody questions me. I'm tired of laughing at jokes that secretly hurt me. I just want to breathe.
Barbershop talk.
Now, I don't know when I'm coming out. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but watching Culture Club, it makes me feel like maybe one day I can sit in my truth too. So my question is, how do I stop being afraid of who I am? How do I become bold and blunt when I feel like the world is waiting to judge me? Wow.
Well, you know, that was powerful, and I hear a lot of oohs and ahs on the sideline. So what I would like to do is down the line take it a day.
Oh, I don't want to say anything. This definitely this is touching, and this was me. So yeah, I don't want to be emotional, so I would pass.
Okay, Tiago.
I don't make gay your whole personality. Being gay is just the smallest part of who you are. But also don't put yourself in danger. I think for me, I invested in my education and my personal wealth. I became financially independent at 17. I was already a teacher by 18. And that I gained power by independence. I think you just have to be smart about it, but that's the least interesting fact about you is being gay. And don't let that become the whole self. That's the best I can give.
All right, Corday.
That's amazing.
I like that. I definitely agree with what you just said. Don't let gay become your whole entire personality. Don't let what you do in your bedroom define who you are as a person. But also make sure that you are conscious enough to not put yourself in a situation to where it becomes a danger to you. Come out when you're ready. Come out when